And welcome back to the Mimas Brutal Start. I have made mistakes. Obviously, I always make mistakes. My mistake in this case was assuming that I could get the Stirling up and working to a point where it would generate power sufficient to keep my little mini base platform thing running, and I was wrong. Problem is, Stirlings require a cooler environment. In here it's very hot. The Stirling is basically producing 10 watts at the moment. Temperature in there is quite extreme. And the problem is, well, not the problem, the
Power low.
situation is Stirlings require a lot of infrastructure to keep working. You've got to have a cooling system. You really have to have insulated pipes in the room. Otherwise, that is just wasting a lot of the heat energy by heating up the room directly, whereas you want the Stirling engine to be doing it. It requires a lot of cooling. I can get away with some of it by pressurizing a series of pipes with radiators, but to be honest, it's a losing proposition. What I think needs to be done is we actually have to lean into this portable generator a little more. Now, this thing has used up almost all of the first tank. We've made it to day 6. There's still obviously a lot of welding that needs to be doing, so I can't allocate all of my welding gas or welder torch fuel supply to keep the generator running. So I am going to abandon this one, and instead of diving straight into the Stirling, I'm going to concentrate on getting fuel for the portable generator, because I think that's the way to go. I don't know whether I've reloaded this save quite a few times, and I have tried to get the Stirling to work better. And to be honest, without the medium radiators,
Power critical.
have virtually no chance of getting anything to actually run. Let's just throw this in here. I don't really care about this save at the moment. So what I have done is I have started another brutal start, and I got to the point where I have the 3 printers and the furnace made, although I haven't done any smelting. So I'm going to abandon this save and get into that one. So I am admitting defeat with this effort. Let's leave this session. Exit here. And I think, is this the one? Or is that the one? This is the one. Yeah. So I had very similar starting location, was probably a little bit more favourable with the ore locations, but wasn't a big thing. I mean, although I'm not certain if I found coal yet. So when you keep stopping and starting, then it gets a little confusing as to where you are on things. All right, so yeah, I have done the initial batch of smelting. I do have some steel, I believe. No, I don't. Okay, yeah. In this case, I have not found any coal. So yeah, I just did some initial smelting, so I didn't have to use the arc furnace anymore. To be honest, I will probably get rid of that. So this is the same kind of approach. The only difference being I don't have coal, so I've not been able to make steel. I'm not certain what I have around, but this is what I'm going to continue with. So I'm going to, as I said, lean into this thing. Going to see if we can get some basic fuel production going. Initial batches will probably be dirty, i.e. not filtered, so there will be nitrogen in it. I think that will work okay, albeit with slightly less power output. Oh, that looks like there is a chunk of landscape or voxels that didn't generate. Normally when you get those dead straight lines like that, that means something hasn't rendered. Oh well. Right, now I do have to keep very close, although I have made the GPS cartridge. And I've lost my drill. Where's my drill? Whoops. Aha. So, where is my base? So, minus 1214. Should probably write that down, but yes. So what I really need now is to be making steel, because I do want to get steel for the batteries, suit batteries, and the station battery, obviously. Although the station battery will not be as important, because the small portable generator does not generate anywhere near enough power to be able to run things. So, I mean, I do need everything, but all right, well, I've got copper here. Oh, and incidentally, if you get to this point where you mine and the terrain doesn't generate, just put the game on pause for a second and it will catch up. I mean, the chances of that happening increase the further away from your base you are. But it's not a major thing, but every now and again it can be an issue. I don't have a lot of... Oh, coal. Excellent. Need some more volatiles anyway. Yeah, the first rush, or sorry, the
hydration critical.
The first smelting was really just to get the basic ores smelted and not run out of, or not use any battery power unnecessarily. Because I don't even have a survival hut yet, and now I'm getting the alert that I need to eat and drink and stuff. Whoa. Okay, hole through the world. Yeah, if you hang around it long enough, it usually seals up, but sometimes it doesn't. What I gather from what I've been reading on the dev notes and the discussion around it, I believe the terrain system is going to get some kind of rework. So hopefully that will address the disappearing ores and maybe even make the voxels a little deeper. So once again, it's mining, but the terrain isn't updating, so just put the game on pause for a few seconds and that usually fixes it. Because now it's going to make a liar out of me. not. It is mining this stuff even though it's not updating the terrain. That's a shame because it's coal. Oh, there we go. Right, so my water alert's going off, but I'm at 15%, so that'll be okay. It'll give me enough time to finish mining this stuff and get back and hopefully build a little survival hut so we can eat and drink in relative safety. Well, maybe not safety, maybe comfort is the word to use. If standing in a small airtight box and sipping a diminishing supply of water could be considered comfortable at any stretch. Well, that is a stack and a half of coal. That's good. I do need a bunch more iron. Silver I'm not going to bother with just now. Okay, time to offload the full stacks. I can put full stacks of ice in my backpack and they'll be safe. I don't like doing that because occasionally I'll forget. Although, to be honest, I haven't tested it recently. It used to be that ice would melt in your backpack if you were in a room with an atmosphere that was warm enough to melt it. I don't know that that's still the case. I assume it is, and so I work on that on the premise that it is, and that way I won't get nasty surprises. I was going to build a mining backpack, but then I realized that would probably be futile because the limiting factor is going to be the power that the batteries have for the drills, or for the drill. So let's see how we do in power wise. 30%. Yeah, we can afford to do a little bit more searching. I mean, I would like to get 200 iron. And let's grab a bit more oxide while we're here, as we see it. That'll do. Grab some lead so I could possibly make some solder, because my furnace will have cooled down a little bit. I'll grab 2 stacks. You don't need a lot of solder, but what I found is sometimes when you're dealing with a warm furnace that you need to cool down a little bit, you drop in 50 iron and 50 lead, it cools down a bit, but it needs to cool down a little bit more. So if you can make 2 lots of solder, why not? So yeah, as long as I'm finding it, I'll dig it. Because lead is not one of the super common things. I think it spawns at probably the same rate as coal. I haven't looked inside the files, but I know it is sort of rare. Right, it'd be nice if I could finish up the stack just so I have 250s. Oh, 49. There we go. Cool. Alright, we can get that out there. That can live down there. That can live up there. Now, and of course I should have emptied my tool belt. Right. Oh, more lead. And yes, you may notice that the headlamp is illuminating a lot better. That is the mod I have. It's available on the workshop, uses the BepInEx plugin type thing. I was kind of nervous about trying those mods. I was a little gun shy about it, but to be honest, it works out fine. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that one, because I really need to find some more iron. But yeah, the that classification of mods, as I said, it was a little scary that you have to install something outside of Stationeers. But yeah, I've not had any problems with them at all. So, and the kind of mods you get are, yeah, I won't say game changing, but they are serious improvements to the quality of life. There's the color cycler mod, which lets you get away with a single can of paint, and you can use the scroll wheel to change the color. So you only need one can of paint. The unlimited paint mod is a basic workshop mod, so that works fine. And there's a couple of mods that work with the we are good. There's a couple of mods that work with the okay, that's the right direction, that way. So it's minus 1212. I mean, I just aim to go to 0, 0. So I want them both declining, so yeah, we should be heading in the right general direction. In fact, you can see the lander over there. And that's one of the other mods that the BepInEx thing gives you, is the render distance changer. So, in the vanilla game you wouldn't be able to see the base over there. And I think that's the thing that actually illuminates everything outside of this like darker circle as well. I'm not certain, but doubtless the developers will work on the render distance stuff as well, because limiting it to 100, I can understand why they did it, but 100 meters visibility for structures that can be quite large is a little disconcerting. 150 meters away from a very large building and you can't see a thing. Right, so I am going to need to make a survival hut very quickly. I should have done it before I went out, to be honest. Another mistake in the catalogue. Right, close that, open that. Walls, I need 4. And I'll do a door as well. And outer juice. Okay. Just the one. Okay, where should I put it? Oh, over here. This is where I was planning on having the... actually, no, I'm going to have the walls facing outwards. Having the walls facing outwards just makes things a little easier to see inside when you're doing the wiring and stuff. Okay, and we'll go with that. Right, I have my iron sheets.
Health low.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get some power in there as well. Get that switched over. There's my mining drill. Get that powered up. Okay, power wires. Might have enough cable. I'm going to want some pipe. Oh, dope. Brain fart, because I changed the placement. Just 4 of these. And I have that. What else am I going to need? Water. That I'll need. How are we doing? 41, all right. I'm going to just let that run. So I get lots of juice coming in there.
Power low.
Okay, so got everything I need. Open this. That's good. Hold it in my hands for a few. We just need a few like that. Up to 60. Excellent. Health down to 53. That takes it a lot further down than I would have liked. But that's okay. Right, close and lock, set to suck. Right, how are we doing there? 80%, good enough. Yeah, I should probably have put another battery in there. Okay, so that has given us our survival hut. We might be okay for the solder, so let me just see. I don't think it will cool it down too much. It needs to be below 550 and above like 370, I think it is. Right, I'm not going to take any chances. Make certain I have one good batch. Oh, let's see, how much iron do I have? Only enough for steel. Alright, so I'll forego that. But I can't do the steel just yet because I need to have some way of venting this. So what I might do, let's have a look, see what the pressure is in here. Yeah, I can afford to take a couple of these pipe sections out, I think, if I need to. Right, and in here, alright, we've got a bit of nitrous, bit of oxygen. Yeah, I could warm it up a little by throwing in some volatiles, but to be honest, there's so much other gas in there, I'd have to get it very hot, and the pressure would get quite extreme. Probably makes more sense to vent it out. So we will do, no, what am I looking for? No, want a vent. At the very least. Okay, I'm going to be running out of iron, so, and there is no iron anywhere else. So I will do a half batch, which means, let's put that there, split that in half, so it's 75,
Power low.
and for the coal, I will split that in half as well. Right, so that will give me 100 steel, and the rest of it I can just hold on to for the moment. I probably should make some kind of locker. Yeah, I'm dithering. Yes. Right, I have to get that vented. That is the thing. Right, so that'll give me 6 pipes. That will be enough. And I also need a valve. And I've already blown through the iron. Oh, I'm going to have to use this thing, and I really didn't want to have to do that. Okay, well, let's just do... Yeah, I was really hoping I'd got past that. There's my copper. There it is. So as you can see, I just got the very basics up. Literally just enough resources to get the initial printers done. Right, that'll do for that, I think. Right, one valve.
Power critical.
And some more pipe. hate that you can't read the battery when you've got something in your hand. That's so annoying. Right, put that down. Right, we'll just go with the usual, or my usual way of doing this. That'll do. Yeah, that way round will work. Now I don't think I can mount this without doing the welding first. Now, we do get a little benefit from the fully welded frame as far as insulation goes, but it's not a hell of a lot. Okay, breaks my heart to do so, but we will just vent all that. Right, so at least this will allow me to make some steel and do a little bit more.
Power low.
Yes, power low. Really need to get some other base batteries done, but the first priority is finding a way of refilling this and also refilling the oxygen tank. So ice crushers and rudimentary mixer type situation, I think. Oh, that's good enough. We'll close that off, make certain the outside temperature dissipates. Right, so we will do half of that. And half a dozen of that. And 6 and 12 will be fine. Okay. There we go, only 100, but it will have to do. All right, let's get some more iron. I'm going to hold on to the lead for the moment.
Power critical.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because I had a full stack in my backpack and I was standing in the warm and some of it disappeared. So, yeah, answered the question. Right, what is the first priority? I have to think about this. So I'm going to need to get some ice crushers. And I don't know whether I want to go with filtration or just go straight for dirty mixture. I think we'll try the dirty mixture and see how that works. So I'm going to want some ice crushers, some utilities, probably another canister. Right, but I will try and get another big battery first. So needs gold, copper and steel. Right, fire that up. Steel, gold, Did I? Yeah, I just made some copper. So I will do 2 of these. Throw the solder in there because it's not going to go anywhere else for the moment. Oh, okay. Not enough gold. Oh, that's fine. That's not going to give me very much. Right. I may have to go out and do a bit more searching. Ice crusher. How many of these can I do? I can do 2, but I might be able to get away with 1. And just get a little bit funky with the piping. And funky piping is always a thing, right? Geez, don't remember these things taking quite so long to print. Where will I put it? Over here, I think. Yeah. Because I haven't color coded my tools yet, and that means I can't find anything. Alright, so I'm going to want some utility pipe. I think I have enough to make that. Just, I want 3. Oh, I'm also going to want a canister. So maybe, let's see. Alright, yeah, I can make 1 canister. Just do that for the moment. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the utility up here to give me my bottle filler. Then, oh, I have more iron. Excellent.
Power low.
Okay, I forgot about that. All right, let's get a couple more of these. I just want to expand the capacity of the pipe network, so it'll give me a little bit more control over how much pressure goes in those things. 1 might be enough, but I'd prefer 2. Okay. Right, so it looks kind of stupid, but I like stupid. How are we doing? this can get charged, that can get charged. All right, that's good enough. Right, so going to want to, I mean, the initial thing is going to be fuel, although maybe I should do another canister for oxygen. Right. But if I do the oxygen first, let's go in here so I'm out of the shade. So I can put let's close all these things off. And split half. Yeah, that's good. I think half will do. Now, because I haven't changed the setting on this thing, it takes a while. It like crunches the ice, keeps it in here, tries to warm it up, and then pumps it out. So even though this thing is working, there's no pressure showing up in here. I don't know if I have enough resources to be able to make any logic chips. Let's have a look. I want a logic IO, 1 gold, 1 copper. Yeah, I think I'm out of gold. Yeah, I have 1. So I need that plus a memory. So yeah, really need some more. All right, so now it's beginning to fill up. And so pressure in there is 4 megapascals, and in here it's only 1. So it's still like consuming power, warming it up, and putting it in there. I'd really love a quick and easy way of fixing that, but I don't know that I'm going to have it.
Power low.
So I'm going to throw in probably another 50. I think we'll probably be okay. If not, there'll be a large explosion. Or maybe just a small one. Oh, 1 iron. Well, that will probably work. I'll throw it in with the rest of the stuff. Yeah, see, this battery is dropping like crazy because this just doesn't. It uses up so much power. I'm really going to have to fix that. All right, let's see if I can find some gold quickly. Fortunately, gold does twinkle, but very few of the ingots are visible right now. Ah, over there. Yeah, and the furnace should still be hot enough to do that, so. Right, I have 1 spare battery, so I should be good power-wise. You said? Alright, let's put this one in here, this one in here. Yeah, I'll get what I can easily. Yeah, there is more here. Not in that direction. Alright, we'll come back to it. And I completely forgot what direction I came from. And that's the wrong direction. Yeah. Right, temperature wise, yeah, we're good. Right, so we will copper.
Power low.
I only have 5 cables, so I'm going to have to make some more of that. So I want a logic writer. Go there. Memory can go there. Right, that'll do. Okay. So this we will set to 200. That reads that. It goes to that. Outputs the setting. Right. So that should work a lot faster now. Okay, so we have
Power critical.
how are we doing here? 36. All right, we're going to have to burn a bit more. Yeah, I'll put the big one in here. At least if I forget, it will charge it up okay. Right, so that is what it is. Swap the cartridges again. Right, so it's 10% nitrogen. I can use that as breathing gas right off the bat, but without a nitrogen filter, I'll consume the oxygen, the CO2 will get put in the waste tank, and the percentage of nitrogen in the suit will just increase until there's nothing but nitrogen, and you end up suffocating. So quick way of dealing with it is to put a nitrogen filter in your suit, which I will do. I'll just do a single one because I don't think this situation will last too long. Oh, there we are. Right, so I'll take that one out, put that one in, and I will be able to use this. Now, what I have now is, let's swap this battery out. In here, we're going to have a load of oxygen. So this is where it gets a little bit funky. Now I want to, well, what I could do, in fact what I will do, I'm going to keep this separate. So there's a little cheaty, but the game mechanics allow this. So I'll take that off. So all of the gases that I had there are now floating in this magically supported pipe or utility tank. There's my tablet. So yeah, I've got 6 megapascals in there. It will cool down. Shouldn't be a problem. But what I can do now is pre-wire the way I want it to go, like that. Now this will probably have some gas in it, because I think this actually holds gas as well. No, it doesn't. That's weird. So you can see the ice crusher has 5 or almost 6 megapascals of oxygen and nitrogen in it, but the pipe has nothing. As soon as I turn it on, however, it'll equalize. Okay, that's fine. Let's get another couple of utility sections. I've never tried this before. I mean, it should work. Well, that is one of the expressions you hear a lot in Stationeers. It should work, but it exploded. Or if it didn't explode, it blew up.
Power low.
And we can probably reuse the same tank filler. I'll put that one up because I don't want things getting in the way. I have right, so that's my oxygen one. I don't have any paint at the moment. How are we doing? Very low. Alright, that's good enough for the moment. So we'll turn this off, examine the contents. Alright, so in here, in this pipe network, I got 250 moles of oxygen. So I basically want to put 500 moles of volatiles in there. That's the theory. Let's try with 10 and see what we get. So take those two out. It should work a lot faster now because it's not going to try and warm the gas up. So that gave me 53 moles. So I want 10 times that much. Put it all in and see. Not quite enough. It's possible that might work, but I shall go and find some more volatiles. And this time I will leave all the things I don't need behind. Whee. Oh, that should be turned off. Right, so I have my GPS cartridge. How am I doing battery-wise? That's okay. No, I don't have much. 45, and well, let's do that and that. This isn't generating, nothing's powered, so not a big deal. How's this doing? Virtually nothing.
Power low.
All right. Go in search of the pink stuff. So I'm hopeful this will work. If it does, then it will give me a little bit of breathing room. I still obviously need to get the Stirling up and running, but now, to do that is going to require, as I said, a fair bit more infrastructure than I can build at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to have to go as far as getting the Tier 2 Atmo pipe bender so that I can get the bigger radiators. It would be nice, but I may just go with a lot of cheap pipe and a whole bunch of pipe radiators. Oh, that was disappointing. Oh, 20 might be enough, but I'd like to get a little more. We'll need more anyway for the furnace firings. And of course this way does waste a lot of the starting resources. Or not resources, but the hot gases that you get. I really don't need any more oxide at the moment. We will need a ton later, but for now it's just the pink stuff I want. And well, we'll get iron as we're here because we'll always need it, but a bit of everything here.
Air tank low.
Yeah, we're okay for a bit. Oh. Okay. Is that my base over there? No, there it is. I mean, the number of times I've got lost in car parks and supermarkets and, areas where I've lived for like 20 years, I really should have developed a better sense of direction, but never have. Alright, so we're out of juice, or have no battery there.
Hydration critical.
Already? Alright, let's check this. So we're at 57 or 58%. I want to get it up to 66. So I'll come in here. I'll drop the stuff I'm not interested in. Let's just do 2. So the reason why I do it in here is I'm out of the sun, and so in my hand the ice doesn't melt. I can drag it in here, and then from here I can drag it directly there, so you don't lose anything. So in here it's 94%, and in here it's only 56. What's going on? I do not understand. I just realised I need an extra pipe anyway. Because I don't have the filler connected. I'll take the long way around. Shouldn't have had any impact on it though. We're okay for a little bit, drink-wise. The pressure's the same, but it's not properly equalizing. It's like there's a one-way valve in here. So that is making me a little nervous. It's not working the way I was expecting. Right, so I'm just going to do one more volatile and see what happens. So here we're at 636 moles. There we're at 772. So that's jumped up 10 moles. That's jumped up a little too. Okay, let's do another 2. That's at 60, and this is at 95. It's like the gas doesn't mix in there. It's like a first in or last in, first out type of arrangement. All right, let's do another 2. Right. Well, I think I can do it outside now. I don't have to go going in there. Right, hopefully the pressure will go down when I put the thing in, otherwise this could be quite the problem. Right, we'll turn this on and immediately start running it. Well, it's burning through it, so I think we might count that as a success. And then this one here I'll just attach a filter to, or I'll put another tank filler on it, and I'll get another oxygen refill out of it. Yeah. Whoa. Come back to the 5 and dime, Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean. And he caught it. Okay. So, yeah, without paint cans, we're going to have to be very careful about which canister is which. But yes, I think I'm going to leave it there for the moment. A bit of a rambling episode, but I thought it was important to do the course correction and steer into keeping this thing running and away, at least from the very beginning, from the Stirlings. Stirlings are still very much going to be in our future. We definitely need them, but we do need more infrastructure first. And I may as well take care of this before I do the save. So I have everything I need in here. Reverse direction. That's good enough. And get rid of that serial bar. Okay. I could probably do with venting this waste tank as well, but I'll do that once I've got my helmet closed. Close, lock, suck, on, open. Good enough. Nowhere near hot enough for that. Anyway, that's where I shall leave it for this one. We seem to be solved the initial power thing. This is by far and away a very inefficient way of creating fuel. I don't know how much this is actually generating now. I am assuming because we're dealing with crappy fuel or dirty fuel, it's not very much, but it is enough to get the batteries charged, which is, in this case, a win. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, comments or observations, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I do like hearing from you. And I am picking up some very useful hints for those that know more about this game than I do. And that list is very large. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. 54 Bear out.